Hey Annette, how you doing? Matt, hey, hey Matty, hadn't seen you around in a while. How you been getting along? Jody, Jody, that's a pretty good gap in that that's a pretty good gap in that pontoon. Hey Chucky, you're gonna have to get a patch put on that. Somebody gonna have to weld a piece of aluminum over it. Well, that's good. Good, Matty. Yeah, you're gonna have to get that. You're gonna have to get a welder. You're going to get a shop to fix that thing. JB Well won't do you any good there, but they can put a patch over it and weld a patch, aluminum patch on it, and it'll be good as new then. As long as they know how to aluminum using MIG welding. That's a pretty good rip in that pontoon. Now I mowed my yard today for the first time. Hey, Bug. Yeah, how long is it, Jody? How long is that tire or rip or whatever? Looked to me like it was 7, 8 inches long. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Yep. Hey, Cold Creek. Okay, hey, Bug Man. Well, appreciate you stopping by. I didn't see anybody else doing anything. Yeah, it is. It's that time of year, man. Down here, it is. Down here, it's getting that close to that time. Of course, my grass is not green, but it's I was mowing that old dead one of skeletons out of the way. It won't be long. All right, Bug. See you later. All right. Oh, these cats. One of them chasing the other one. Yeah, it's getting that time. Yep. It was almost 80 down here, man. I set all my little old baby vegetable plants out in the sun, let them for a little while. Tried early this morning, not late, but early this morning. Let them get a little sunshine. Yeah, it got hot down here this morning today. It wasn't long. It wasn't hot long, but it was 3 or 4 hours, 3 hours anyway, pretty good heat. The purple martins are starting to move in. Lucky, calm down. Hey, Lance. Lance, I missed you the other night fishing. Did you catch a burbot? Or did you catch anything? Oh boy, that cat's having a fit. He been in the catnip. He's running everywhere and squalling. Lance, did you catch anything other night? Crazy cat. Man, he wants to get somebody. But I'm gonna stay away from him. He's laying there watching me. He's having one of his spells. Uh-oh. It's over with. Yeah, he's been in the catnip, Jody. He's running through the house squalling. And he's funny when he's having one of them fits. He calls himself hiding. He'll run somewhere and he'll stick his head up under the bed. Or stick his head up on a stool or something. He thinks he's hid. Yep, I think everybody's need a little. Oh, I don't know. Boat fishermen, they can catch fish in the wintertime. And some places, if you got a good bank spot, you can catch them. But blues, anyway. No, I hadn't had a drink. I need one, but I hadn't had one. Yeah, I got me let's see, last Monday? Last Monday? Yeah, a week ago. I got me a shot. One of them backbone shots. Steroid shots in my back. Feel pretty good. Getting around doing real well with it. They helped me. That's just the second one I ever took, but I had gotten sick of all this hurting all the time, so I went down to Jackson and got me a painkiller shot. No need if you're gonna go through life, no need of going through hurting all the time. If you can help it. If you can't help it, that's one thing. But if you can help it, you just can't do much when you're hurting all the time. Can't do anything. Don't feel like doing anything. But yeah, I'll tell you what's gonna happen down here with this warm weather. The Lowe's and Walmart And my wife was guilty of it too. She came home Saturday. Let's see. She came home Saturday with tomato plants, and she didn't bring but two. And she said that was the two best looking ones that they had left. I said, what do you mean that they had left? He said, yeah, well, but it was the most strawberry looking one, but these were the two pretty good ones of the variety that we like to plant. And I thought to myself, I said, man, and then look, these plants they're about a foot and a half tall. All these folks with this warm weather this past weekend, they done run uptown and bought them plenty of all them plants and gone home. And we starting that garden in March. And the weather's supposed to be in the 40s next week. Oh, man. Okay, Lance. Yeah, this little old false spring here is, and I told her, I said, Dan, don't be worried about it. They're going to have to get some more plants because all these that they done planted going to die. The only thing making that is corn and onions and cabbage and broccoli and that kind of stuff. But it's going to be cold. Let me see. I've been watching the weather because I like to get a good jump on it too. But, oh, come on, telephone. Yeah, starting, let's see, next Friday, the lows in the 40s every night for 3 or 4 nights in a row. And the highs are just in the mid 60s. Hey, Chris Evans. Well, that ain't going to change. The plants ain't going to do nothing there but getting eaten up by the bugs. Them early insects are going to tie them up. They're going to be stunted, and if they don't die. And you can cover them up. You can do whatever you want to, but they still going to get the disease and everything else when it's cold like this, especially warm mother crop. But I've been trying to raise some little old plants. I don't know if I'm going to have any luck or not. I may end up having to buy all my plants. I bought ordered $42 worth of seed. And I'd have planted about 10 times in my little pots, and I swear if I had to plant a garden tomorrow, I had to go buy plants. I don't have no luck starting this stuff in the little pot. I don't know. I don't do something right. I get them up, but then they don't do nothing. They die. I don't know whether I overwater them or my soil is not the right kind of potting soil. I don't know. But I think I'm gonna pass these seed on to my son up in Arkansas that's got the greenhouse, and let him have what I got left. Yeah, where you live, Billy? What state? What state? See, I'm not going to plant any sweet corn in my garden, my little garden this year, but see, year before last, I planted my corn the last day of February. West Virginia, yeah, y'all. Yeah, if you die in one of the valleys, it may be pretty good weather. But year before last, I planted my sweet corn the last day of February. Last year, I planted it the 8th of March. Well, in both of them, every seed came up, and they made it good. The coons ate it all up. I got 8 or 10 ears. But that's the reason I didn't plant it. I'm not going to plant any more sweet corn. The coons eat it about 3 days before I do. And but corn, you can get corn up 60-degree ground temperature. It's slow, but it'll come up. You got to use treated seed, but you can get it up in Friday. It's some corn been planted in the farm fields here. We looked going to Jackson Monday, and we saw three different farmers planting along that 150 miles. Peaches, and yeah. I like that G90, that sweet G90. That's the one I like. I remember when I got a package, I got a little sack of those seeds before they ever got on the market. I was working for the German chemical company, agricultural chemical on research farm back in the early 80s, early 80s. And Funk's seed company, FUNK''S, Funk's seed company developed that G90 variety. And they sent us, I don't know, they sent us about probably, I think it was 10 pounds. And I got a little small sack of it and a little bitty bag of it. And I planted the rest of it on the research farm. I planted, I think it was 8 acres, 6 or 8 acres. No, 4 acres. It was 4 acres. And that was the best corn. I said, Lord have mercy. And it made corn. I kept it watered and fertilized. I don't know how many ears of corn we pulled over that 4 acres, but it was some good sweet corn. But that's the only one I ever fooled with, the G90, because that was the first one I fooled with, I reckon. But I love that G90. But I've eaten that peaches and cream before. It's good too. And G90 is the same thing. It's a yellow and white, 2 different colors. Kernels. But I like sweet corn. I do. I like it fried. Well, I like it on the cob, but fried is my favorite, and that's more trouble. So we'll just buy us some sweet corn if we want some. Heck, we don't take much. But I've gotten in so far deep into this fermenting vegetables that I can't think about nothing but fermenting. I fermented all Saturday morning. I went to the grocery store Friday, and cook it on the grill. Billy, do you freeze yours in the shuck just like it comes off the stalk? We wrap it in saran wrap and just freeze it in the shuck, and then just put it in the microwave. I split it long way, peel it back, squirt some butter, put some pats of butter down through there, and run it in the microwave. I forget how long. What is it? 2.5 minutes a year or something like that. And when you open it up, it just shoot, all the tassels and everything come off with the shuck. It's pretty easy to fool with that way. You cut both ends of it out. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. That's the way I do it too. It keeps good and it lasts a long time in there. But I went to the grocery store Friday during the dinner time. I thought I'd get up there during lunch when it wouldn't be busy. They fooled me. And I bought me some cucumbers, and I bought me some Roma tomatoes, and all the other stuff that I needed and that I didn't have. And I came home and I put up 3 half gallons of Roma tomatoes, and hey, Tim, and a quart and a pint of pickles, cucumbers. Well, I had run out. I had to eat them all up. I love that stuff. And I don't know where it's been all my life, but I sure didn't know it was. If I'd have known it was that good. Oh, Lord, 70 plants. Yeah, you're going to be full of cucumbers. You better learn to ferment, Billy. You already do, though, probably. Tim Molina in that trucking game that I bought New Mexico, the map of New Mexico. I've been all over New Mexico in that trailer truck. In fact, I got a garage. I bought a garage in Albuquerque. Oh, I'm up into almost $2 million in cash on that game. Play like money. And I got well over, I don't know how many millions of dollars worth of assets I got paid for. I ain't borrowed no money from the bank or nothing. But I bought Texas, the state of Texas today. And look, the name of my trucking company is SCA Bikini Haulers. And I've hired, I got 11 drivers and myself. And I hire all women. I got all women drivers. It's all girls team. I don't know, Tim. I see. I think that first round for the game was $11.99 or $12.90 something. I don't know. I bet I'm $100, a little over $100 in counting the joysticks and the microphone and the headphones and all that. But I bought Idaho, Utah, Arizona. No, Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, Montana, and New Mexico. I bought 5 states, and I think they were $4 a piece. That's $20 for those 5 states. So that was a pretty good deal as far as, game. Yeah, I'm trucker pimping. Okay, Maddie. Thank you for stopping in. See you later. You got to go to work tonight, don't you? Yeah. All right. Billy, you got it going on. You know what you're doing. But yeah, in Texas was $17, $18. That's $28. The original game was, I can't remember, $10.99. Yeah. That's 38. That's about $40 in that part. Oh well, yeah. And then I bought Oregon and I bought Washington. That's probably $60 total. And then 40 something for the controls and things. About $100, a little bit more. It ain't that bad. I mean, it's something to do. And all I'm doing is just trying to build a company, and that's all. It's just a game. About $100, Tim. You can be a virtual trucking pimp. I got the first girl that I hired, the first driver that I hired. She is making what is it? I think she's averaging $9,000 a day. She rolls. Now I got one or two. I don't know. I hate to fire a woman, but I might have to fire them. There's two of them. They don't want to do nothing but sleep all the time. They drive. They constantly stopping and resting. Funny how whoever built this game, they put a lot of variables in it. And yesterday, I had a rough day yesterday. I was going through Stockton, California. I was headed north. I was headed to Olympia, Washington. And hey, Pepper, I was headed to Olympia, Washington, and I was going up, I think it's 5, Interstate 5. And all of a sudden, my hand control here started vibrating. I mean, wasn't running but 55, and everything went to spinning. I thought, I don't know if it was an earthquake or what in the world, and I was looking at the sky, way up in the sky, and the truck, it was tumbling and rolling, and it totaled everything. I don't know what in the heck happened. So I had to go. I got it repaired, but I forget how many. It was totaled out, the whole deal. And anyway, I finished the trip. So I don't know what it was. It was some part of the game. I don't know if it was an earthquake or what in the world happened, but it's kind of scared me. I thought my damn computer was going to blow up. So I got all that done, and later on, well, it was last night, I pulled into a truck stop to fill up with diesel. And this is funny now. I was sitting there fixing to pump diesel, and a trailer, a box van off of us, comes shooting through the stall and pump over. Just shot through there at about 200 miles an hour. I said, what the heck? I said, man, this thing got a glitch in it. This is messed up. And then I was sitting there thinking about it while I was pumping gas, and all of a sudden a semi and a trailer and all hit me head on. While I'm sitting there filling up with diesel, it did $72,000 worth of damage, and I'm sitting at the pump. Well, that ain't all. Now I'm crushed, knocked me plumb back out in the parking lot. And this is before I said, what in the world is a glitch? And about that time, here comes another one from somewhere. He must have been running 200 miles an hour and hit that other truck in front of that hit me. It was just a mass. And of course, it's play money. But it cost me $72,000 to fix my truck, and then all that mass of tangled up, tore up stuff was gone. It just disappeared. And I pulled back up and filled up with gas. My truck wouldn't hardly run. And just luckily it was a shop right close, and I was able to cripple over there and get my truck fixed. It cost $72,000. No, it was a glitch in the game. I mean, when a trailer comes shooting through without a truck, it's got to be a glitch. You know, it just I don't know enough about how to build one of those games. I don't know anything about how to build one of them. But yeah, it but then this morning, let me see, this afternoon, after I got through mowing the yard, I came in here and I said, well, I'm going to drive a little while. And I cut the game on, and a big old announcement came up and said that shut the computer down and it's going to shut the computer down and do something to it. But so I guess the Steam part, the thing that runs all this, I guess they had some kind of bad deal happen yesterday, and I guess it was everywhere. I don't think I was the only one, but it cost me a bunch of money. Just luckily, I had to build up enough to cover all of the expenses that the game cost me. I mean, it wasn't my fault. It was the game's fault. It's crazy. Oh, I forgot to put the thing up here. Let me put this up there in case anybody wants to come up here. There's the link if anybody wants to jump up. Hey, Alvin Lewis. Alvin, I need a dispatcher for my trucking company. You don't know where I can get one, do you? You can make a good one. I got all women running my truck, so you ought to be a good dispatcher. I bet they'd drive you nuts if you had to deal with them for real. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's this weather. I'm afraid down here gonna cost some folks a little money, cause they're gonna jump out there and get all this garden stuff going, and they're gonna be in for a lot of work trying to keep it alive. They're gonna have to. You have to. There's a little insect called a thrip. You can't hardly see them. THRIP. There's they're a cotton insect. They get on onions too. There's an onion thrip, and then there's a white thrip, a spotted thrip, a striped thrip. Something that's 2 or 3 different ones. But where I first knew about them was in the cotton field. They get in cotton early on, especially when it's cool. that cool at night, and they are a leaf sucker. They suck on the leaves and they just shrivel the plant up if they're bad enough. And they carry diseases in the garden. In your garden, they carry disease. And they get on this plant, and then they go get on another plant. And if there's any disease there, they spread it throughout your whole garden. And there's several compounds that kill them, but you got to early on. You got to, whether you like it or not. Know everybody's scared of chemicals, but early on, if you, especially now, if they can set these tomatoes out, you got to control those thrips, or your plant will never make it. It'll be sick and unhealthy, and then when it does turn off warm, it'll get that different diseases, that blight and different things that vegetable plants are prone to get. So I don't like setting this stuff out when it's cold. But I know a bunch of people did. Man, they was hauling the potting soil and the topsoil and the black cow manure and tomatoes and eggplants and all that. Oh man. They was hauling it out of there over the weekend. There you go, Adam. I'm glad these are virtual women, play like women, driving these trucks. It's fun to fool with that game, though. Yeah, that daggum got totaled out sitting at the fuel pump. Yeah. Hey, Jersey, how you been doing, man? Yeah, I hadn't been on here very much. I've been watching a few lives, some of it. That's Stan. Let me see. I think my truck's in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I believe that's where I left it. I parked it and cut the key out. Yeah, man. That's what I've been talking about, Stan, is my trucking company and my fermenting food. Oh, yeah, that NyQuil, that's some good stuff. Tim, before you go, how's all your family that was sick and everything? Is that kind of, I think someone passed away and then you had a brother-in-law? Oh, Lord. You talking about it's snowing in Pennsylvania right now, Stan? Or, golly, that's awful. Oh, I didn't realize that was going on. Yeah, April 10th. There you go. Okay, Tim. Well, still thinking about you, man. Oh yeah, I see it on the radar here now. Yeah, buddy. Woo! Man, there's some heavy snow in Pennsylvania in places. Up north is lighter, but around I can't read my right. I can't read my little bit. I can't. I don't know where none of them places are. William Berry and yeah, I see it. Well, that was all that front that came through here this past weekend and turned to rain and snow up there. He's laying over there watching. He been in the catnip. He had a running fit a little bit ago, and he wound down. They ain't fell out over here on the bed, running through the house, squalling and carrying on. But now he's napping. Yeah, he got it made. Yeah, you don't have to chase a rat to eat. All you got to do is go in there and sit down and eat out the bowl and get over there and play in his water. He loves to put his paw and slosh that water around like a Labrador retriever. He's the strangest acting cat I've ever been around. I had never been around a whole lot of cats, but that acts strange. Now the other mama kitty, she acts like a cat, like every cat I ever been around. But of course, we never had a inside tomcat before, and I think that's part of it. He's a tomcat, and he knows he can cut up. But he's crazy about me. He's gonna be where I am. I believe if I crawl up on that bed, he can get up on that bed with me. There's that link if anybody feels the need to visit. I put it up there again. If anybody wants to come up and say hi. Dang, my eyes are red. Yeah, I got a bunch of weeds chopped out of the new flower beds today. I got a little yard work done. Not much, because I ain't going to do much. Don't want to do much. There it is. Lord have mercy. Look at that snow.
Yeah, I'm in the city.
Look at that snow. Let me how do I put you on full screen? There you go. Look at that.
If I even get to the front of it.
Golly. Man, that makes my feet cold. God.
Get rain. Make snow for me.
Big old flake, too. Look at that snow, y'all. Ha. Gosh. Look at that. Thick right there.
Anymore.
That shut Mississippi down.
Can't even see the road. No
Uh-oh,
truck on this road.
can't hear you good, Stan.
Damn.
Yeah. Lord have mercy.
I can't even see. Guess I'll just follow the guardrail.
Yeah. Oh, I heard you then.
Yeah, they say we're supposed to get 2 to 3 inches per hour right now. I don't know.
How far are you from home?
20 miles
Lord have mercy.
up a mountain.
Oh, man. Well, only good thing about that is up there and not down here.
Oh, if it was down there, you guys would be shut right down.
Oh, yeah. Mississippi closed down with that much snow. It shut us plumb down. Look at that. Yeah.
I can't believe all those cars coming down. They're all coming down the mountain. I'm the only one going up.
Oh, man.
They're barely moving. They're like going 5 miles an hour.
Well, how high is that mountain? Is it going to be colder up there?
Oh, yeah.
It may be slick up that way then, huh?
Yeah, I got to go up 1,000 foot.
Oh, man.
I'll be turning on my 4-wheel drive here shortly. I'm in an old Suburban. This thing's like a battle tank.
Ah. Well, I'm glad it's a 4-lane anyway.
Yeah, it's 32 degrees out right now.
That's right at the right temperature. And
Yeah.
you shut the chat down. Everybody quit talking. They watching you drive.
I hope I drive better on this than I do in that game.
I do too. Don't swerve over there and just ram one of them.
I can't even see the road. I'm just going where I think it is.
Heck yeah, I can't see it either.
I can't see it at all.
About how fast are you going?
20.
Oh, never mind.
As I said, I'm trying to kind of follow in the guardrail.
There you go.
I don't know. I'll be putting on the 4-wheel drive here soon. And this is a real windy road too, like a
Oh.
snake going up this mountain. Yeah, we're gonna put the 4-wheel drive on now. We're starting to slip. Yeah, they didn't plow it, nothing.
Mm. Snow getting thicker.
Yeah, it's definitely getting deeper. High beam don't help much.
Golly. Are y'all watching that? I guess y'all are watching. Unless the chat froze up.
Like a blizzard.
Yeah. And I entitled this live stream "Spring is Close."
Not
That's
here. Not tonight, anyhow.
not up there.
Yeah, not tonight. Ah. Did you hear from Hogleg? How'd he make out today?
I don't know. There's Troy. He probably knows.
Well,
Hello.
is Stan playing in the flower again?
That's what it looks like. What's up with Hogleg, Troy? I don't know what y'all talking about.
Well, I don't know, Steve. I hadn't heard from him. I guess I need to send her an email because I hadn't heard from him.
What's up? I mean, I don't even know what y'all talking about. He have a problem?
Well, I think he's having issues from that other still.
Oh. Oh.
Is what I think is going on. I don't think that's. I don't think that's got cleaned up, Steve.
Oh me, I hadn't talked to anybody that at 4 o'clock in the morning just don't fit my schedule no sort of way.
Yeah, you either got to stay up real late or get up real early to catch him.
Yeah, and see that's if I stay up late,
Oh, that was the cop there.
then I'm a sleep. I don't get up to 9:30.
Well,
I miss it all.
I might need to go send. I might need to go. I might try to email her before I go to bed
Well,
and see what I can find out because I hadn't seen him home.
what Stan was he going in to the doctor or anything?
Yeah, today he had an appointment to go into the hospital today and get something done. But I haven't heard from him. I sent him a message, but he never got back to me.
Yeah. Lord, I hope everything all right.
Well, I do too. Reckon I'll just go ahead and send her an email and see.
Well, everybody in here there's 15 folks in here. I don't know that you could. I don't know if they want to spread the word around. I don't know.
Well, let me just do that real quick. I'll just email her and then I'll ask her if everything's okay.
Billy said they was going to check his kidney function.
Okay.
He was having stents put in. Okay, Robert Modlin said he was having stents put in.
Well, I knew that, but I didn't know when.
Yeah, it was today.
Okay.
They was going to do the cath around 2 o'clock.
I'm gonna send her an email.
Okay.
I'm doing it right now as we talk.
All right.
Oh, here's somebody stuck.
Man, you can make a little money right there.
Yeah, if I stop, I'm gonna get stuck. We got 2 cars here, one on each side. That guy's trying to back up or something. I don't know.
All right,
Gotta have
good.
full drive.
Have you seen it, Troy?
I'm doing it right now.
Oh, okay. I got a couple of questions I want to ask y'all when you get that done.
Okay, I'm just sending her an email. I'm just sending her an email and saying, I'm asking her, yeah, just basically how Greg is, and
Oh, Billy been in direct contact with him.
okay,
He says if his kidney function was back where they wanted it, then they were going to do the stents while they were in there. But he doesn't know, and that was at 2:00 today.
okay. Well, I sent her an email. I just asked her how he was and if I could share what she told me.
Okay.
So if she emailed me back, I'll let you know. Okay. What question you got to ask me?
All right, look, yesterday I was driving, I was going through Stockton, California, and all of a sudden my truck and trailer and my hand control started vibrating and shaking, and the truck and trailer went way off up into the air like I was being beamed up.
Were you being beamed up by Star Trek?
Yeah, and then I ended up and I was all wrecked on the highway.
Well,
That's
you hit
because you're
something.
going too slow. You're probably going too slow and somebody slammed in the back of you.
Oh, this was I went way up in the air, way up high. I was looking around over the city.
Well,
In the guardrail.
oh, it's probably a glitch.
All right. You ever had that happen before?
Yeah, I've seen it happen before.
Okay. All right. Then later on yesterday afternoon, last night, I was sitting at I just cut the engine off and was fixing to hit A to pump fuel in my truck, and a trailer went shooting through the stall next to me. No truck, just a trailer. I mean, that thing was flying, and then all of a sudden, here comes a big old truck and trailer and hits me head on and just destroys my stuff. It knocks me plumb back out in the parking lot and I'm sitting there looking at this, and another truck comes from somewhere running 80 miles an hour and hits that truck. And then all that disappears, but my stuff is tore up.
Well, usually when that happens, it's somebody's run over you, and you just didn't see it.
Somebody run over me. I saw them when they hit me. I was sitting at the diesel tank.
Well, can I give you a little piece of advice?
Get out of the truck when you're pumping fuel.
Next time, move.
Man, it just out of. I mean, it was a fence out there. I mean, it wasn't nowhere for a truck to come from.
Man, let me tell you something. It's just a game. Them games just glitch sometimes. I was playing the hunting game the other day and seen a moose take off flying.
Okay. So what kind of stuff?
They just glitch sometimes.
Hey, David, that's Susquehanna Stan driving home up in Pennsylvania in the snow.
I just made it to the top of the mountain. Now I got to go down a little bit. This is going to suck.
Well, at least you got some tracks.
Yeah, up here there's tracks. Down there wasn't. I was the only one. Only one crazy enough to go up the mountain in this.
Hey, did y'all see that link that I shared out the other day? On that
House?
property house.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. That's a nice setup.
I'm watching that. I've been watching that all day.
Is it real or?
Yeah, it's a live stream on an indoor crappie house place I used to fish in, and there's fishing with jigs for crappies.
Yeah.
They fish it around the clock. It's up in Eufaula, Oklahoma.
Okay. Oh yeah. I got a good friend lives on you follow.
They ain't caught nothing today. Yesterday they caught nice ones, but today that fish had been on. I've had it on since this morning on one TV. I bet I hadn't seen two keepers caught all day.
Huh. Do you hear the people talking and everything?
Oh yeah, now they get a little little language going on sometime.
I'm gonna have to watch it. I bet my buddy that lives over there fishes in there sometime.
But that's what they got a mute button for. I don't ever turn the volume up. The only time I ever turn the volume up if they're really catching them, because I want to hear what they're catching them on, because I may be able to go up there sometime. It ain't but 200 miles from me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's called what's the name of that doggone thing? It's called Bell. Hang on. Let me find it. I'll tell you. Oh, it's called Bell Star Marina.
Okay.
It's a heated crappie house.
Heated? How about that?
Yeah, how about that? Let me see if I can.
Bell Star. Ha.
Yeah, Bell Star Marina.
Cowgirl.
That's kind of like the place that I used to fish in. When I had that fish house here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I fished in them, two of them out there when I was a kid. One was on Lake Mead. No. Yeah. One was on Lake Mead. Yeah, sure was. And then there was another one somewhere, I believe it was down there south of Fort Worth, south of Dallas, on that lake down there. I can't remember the name of the place.
There's the link. I just shared the link
Okay.
to the crappie house. This guy there fishing right now. So if you're looking for fishing to watch and ain't nobody fishing, you can always turn that on. She keeps it running 24 hours a day. I think I sent her an email and told her, lady that runs that over there, and told her how how great I thought that was that they's doing that, because there's a lot of people that can't get out and go crappie fishing, but they sure can watch others and enjoy it.
Yeah. I'll have to watch it.
I'm getting ready to go Saturday.
Y'all going fishing Saturday?
I am. I'm going over to the dock. It's going to be 75, and I'm going to go over there and fish with some jigs off the dock.
Okay.
I'll take some video. I'm going to take some video. I need to get a battery and a tripod. I've been working on getting all that together, and I just ordered me a 10-foot crappie pole to fish on the boat with. So
It's just amazing, not a plow on the road and not a plow in sight anywhere.
They all on vacation this March. Well, if I looked outside and saw that in my front yard, I'd go get 6 blankets and put on my bed.
30 degrees up here on the mountain.
Yeah.
30 degrees on the mountain.
Well, there's plenty of snow. Look like it's quit though, huh?
Yeah, there's not as much snow up here on top as there was going up.
Yeah. Okay, Lance. See you later, dude. Thank you for stopping by.
I found a rare fur type deer on the game. We're gonna shoot him on Thursday on live.
What kind of deer?
Piebald.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know where he's at. We're gonna shoot him on live on Thursday.
You know, when I was in high school, I used to get to go down there to Delta Pine and Land Company and hunt every once in a while.
Right.
And they were telling me, I was just a kid, high school kid. They were telling me that it was a white deer down there. And I never heard of such, you know. I didn't know nothing about no white deer. But anyway, I was sitting down there in the edge of the woods watching the field. And that deer walked out. It was a piebald, I guess you call it, white with brown splotches on it.
Uh-huh.
Big brown splotches.
That's what a piebald is. Yep.
But it was a doe, and I mean, I watched. She was less than 100 yards from me. I sat there and watched her, and then there was a bunch of more does came out with her, but she was a pretty thing. And I don't know. I didn't live there. I eventually got a job down there when I got grown and had a family. And I asked a bunch of the guys that were still there that, you know, were there when I was a young fella. Whatever happened to that deer, nobody ever know. They didn't know anybody that shot it. I don't think anybody would have shot it. They might have. But yeah, it was something to see.
Well, I just happened to run across this joker, and I was gonna set up and try to shoot it, and I thought, well, I think I'll wait and shoot that on Thursday. So
You're gonna hunt it, huh?
yeah, we're gonna try to shoot him with a handgun on Thursday. So you know, I think they finally caught a keeper, sure enough.
Troy, that talking about deer and all. back in the 70s, when I went to work down there at Delta Pine, farm manager, and we had the farm was 38,000 acres. All right, and it joined the Mississippi River levee, and right across the levee was Catfish Point Hunting Club and everything between the levee and the Mississippi River is a hardwood timber, and it's some kind of private hunting club. But anyway, the people and Delta Pine owned some land in Catfish Point, so we could hunt in Catfish Point. Free.
Yeah.
Got a membership. So the club, Catfish Point Hunting Club, bought 6 mule deer from, I guess, Wyoming or Colorado or somewhere. They traded mule deer for turkeys. And the 2 Game and Fish Commissions trapped the deer out there, and then the Game and Fish here trapped turkeys. And they swapped a bunch of turkeys with one of them states for them 6 mule deer. Bucks, all of the bucks. And they put big old red, like Rudolph the Red, like reindeer harness. They put a big old red thing on them, like, you know, so people wouldn't shoot them.
bet
Well-
that didn't turn out too good.
You know, and Delta Pine was split into the West Side Hunting Club and I forget the name of the other one, but what it was, all the labor had 17, 18,000 acres on to hunt. They own the hunting club, and then the other side was the managers and the white people. There was blacks on one side, and whites, and they each had their own separate hunting club. Well, I lived on my land, all the land I farmed was on the west side. I forget the name of it. West Side Hunting Club, the Black Hunting Club. So all of the people hunted over there with the farm labor. So one day I was going to town, and I lived out in the country, and I was going to town, and I saw a bunch of them standing around 2 or 3 trucks up there on the side of gravel road. I knew a couple of them because they come up there and I get a tractor and go pull them out, or they get stuck. It's not another one anyway. I pulled over there and got out and going to see what was going on. Y'all do any good? No, we ain't done any good. And they was all talking, carrying on. I looked over the back of the truck, and there was a big old red harness. I said, Luther, where'd you get that big old red harness from? What's that from? He said, "Ooh, that was the biggest deer I believe I ever saw."
Oh no!
Yeah. I said, "Real, you killed one of them mule deer from out west that they had over there on Catfish Point Hunting Club." He said, "Yeah, I sure did." He said he should have stayed over there on that hunting club. He ought to know better than come over here where I hunt. He didn't kill it. Anyway, I don't know whatever happened. I know what happened to one of them. But I never heard what happened to the others. And I don't know if they thought maybe they would breed the whitetails. I don't know if they will or not.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know nothing about all that. That was funny. Luther killed him a deer. He ate on that deer a while. They used to always stop at me, want to know where the big bucks were. Because I was out there on the farm all day, every day, and I knew where every deer was, every ticket out there. And that was back in the days when they still could let them run dogs in Mississippi. And I tell them where they need to turn their dog loose. And I tell them where he's going to run. 3 or 4 places. Because I see him at night coon hunting too, Boy, they have fun when they hunt.
I know. Stan, how long you been driving?
He's been driving a while.
I got out of work at 11:30.
11:30.
Yeah, about an hour.
Well, how long does it take you? How long does it usually take you to get home?
25 minutes.
How close are you?
Oh, about 8 miles from the house now.
I'll tell you one thing. I'd have went and got me a room in town. I wouldn't have been driving on that.
Oh, I got a Suburban 4-wheel drive. I'm good.
You can't even drive in a video game. You're lucky if you make it.
Well, the worst part is I can't see where the road is. I'm kind of like just guessing.
That's what I'm saying. I can't see it neither.
Yeah, I just guess and go in the middle.
Just don't hit a tree.
Just don't drive too fast.
I'm going 15.
Steve, do you know what's wrong with Jody's boat?
Yeah, he got a big rip.
Pontoon.
Big rip in one of the pontoons, about 8 inches long.
How in the world that happened?
I don't know, but it's got it. She showed me, sent me a video of it yesterday.
It was taking on water, and then when they went to load it up, you know, you hit the trailer with it because it's so low. I did the same thing with mine.
Well, I guess she'll get it fixed now, won't she?
Yeah, they're gonna have to patch that.
Either patch it or replace the pontoon. That's your choice.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's down here. These welders that fool with aluminum, they get about $80 an hour to weld,
Yeah.
and it take an hour. They got to grind it down and rough it up and put a patch on
It might be cheaper just to go buy a pontoon out of a salvage yard.
Yeah, and a brand new pontoon is about $1,500 for one.
it. Oh no, you can patch it for $200 easy.
I'd like to get 2 new ones for mine, but I want to get bigger pontoons, bigger around. Mine
Yeah.
are too small.
Oh, she can have it. If you got a machine shop there somewhere, they can patch it for a couple $100 probably.
Yeah, well, they got to patch the hole that's ripped in it, but then they got to find the leak, and because there's still a leak somewhere else, you know.
Oh yeah, I think they found the other leak. That's a tear. They gapped that thing open pretty good.
Well, I may actually get lucky on Saturday. Right now, sometime right now, within the next 2 weeks, between now and the next 2 weeks, them crappies is going to get up in that right there and that about that 10 foot of water, and that's about where I'm going to be fishing.
Well,
I'm going over Saturday, and it's supposed to be 75 degrees. And if the timing's right, I just may hit a lucky lick and catch 5 or 6.
Well, I hope you do.
I just hope I catch you. I just hope I catch a few, even if it's just small ones.
I'm sure you will.
I'm going out on I ordered me a 10 foot rod yesterday for the pontoon boat, a crappie rod. I went to look at one at Bass Pro Shops. Good night, Irene. They wanted $70.
Yeah.
So I told my wife. She said, "This is $70." I said, "Yeah, I ain't paying that." She's like, "Well, why not? You got the money." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's why I got the money too. I don't pay that."
All right, Squeaky.
Yeah. So I said, "Well, I want to look at it." So she got it down. I looked at it and held it a little bit. And I thought, now that's the work. So I come home and I looked on Amazon and I bought a 10 foot Zebco, a crappie fight, what they call a crappie fighter, for $20. I ordered that joker.
Mm-hmm.
But I already had the reel here at the house I wanted to use on it. So I got a rod and so got that done and now I gotta get on down there sometime or another here and go get on the pontoon boat and go fishing. But I'm going on a cruise again in October.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I'm going for probably gonna go on 5 days this time. She's going on her trip, and and me and him's gonna go on a cruise. I told her. She says, what are you gonna do? I said, I'm probably gonna go on a cruise myself. So I called. She got her announcement on what her dates are, and I called him today and told him go ahead and buy the tickets.
Who is that? Your brother?
Yeah. So you're gonna buy the tickets. I'll get on that boat, on that slot machine, and that Long Island tea.
Uh-oh. Well, she's going to New York, isn't she?
She's already been to New York.
Oh, where's the next trip?
No, she ain't been to New York. She going to New York in May.
Yeah, and you going on a cruise in October.
She going on a cruise in October, and she going to New York in May.
Oh, and you gonna cruise too.
I'm gonna go, and I think in May I'm gonna go down there and go fishing at my brother's while she's gone. See, he got a boat slip too, so I go fishing slip. I want to.
Yeah, there you go.
They caught another. They caught another.
I might lose my signal because I'm getting back in the woods here.
I see you are.
They got another keeper. Them doggone fish did bite this morning. Now they catching them.
Yeah, they biting at night, huh?
Well, they didn't bite last night though. I had this thing on round the clock. I told my wife, I said, I'm addicted to it. She said, you'll be trying to get me to move to Oklahoma.
There you go. Oklahoma's a good state. Your father got some good catfishing in it too.
I had this on one TV up here, and then I had John Parker on the other TV. They had fishing going on both TVs.
John Parker caught an eel, didn't he?
John Parker caught some catfish today. He caught about 5 or 6.
Oh yeah, I saw he put a video on how to clean catfish.
Well, he, you know, though Steve, he downside. He had his bait rods out, and he caught all them fish on the bait rod. I don't think he ever caught one on the big rods, but he caught all them fish on the bait rod, all the eaters. But
Well, it's still fun.
well, yeah, I mean, it's better than sitting there not catching nothing for sure.
Well, my partner went last Saturday. I was fixing to take a nap. It was right around noon. And he said, "What you doing?" And I said, it's that time of day." He said, "Oh, me, I was going to stop by and visit a while." I said, "I figured you'd be fishing today." He said, "I guess that's what I'm fixing to do." I said, "Well, let me know how you do." He said, "I will." Uh-oh. What's he doing that now?
Looked like he got hit in the face with a bunch of snow.
It sure does.
Yeah, wait out there.
Take it easy.
But anyway, late Saturday, well, I say late, this is about 7:30 Saturday night, he sent me a text message and said, "I don't believe there's any fish in the river." So I guess he sat over there 4 or 5 hours and didn't even get a bite, probably.
Yeah, Billy, I used to fish at a place just like that, and they closed it down on me. In fact, I had started my YouTube channel after COVID. It's kind of slowed down, got over with, and I had just started doing some recording to put videos up, and they shut it down on me. City closed it down. I used to have a place just like that.
You know, it seems to me like that somebody could make some money with one of them things.
Well, you know, the upkeep on it is a lot. If you run it right, it's a 6-month out of a year business. Now, I used to know a lady that owned one. Oh, she had one on Lake Whitney, and I was good friends with her. And I fished there for 25 years.
Yeah.
And it's a 6-month year business. You start out good when the fish start biting in March. And business really picks up at spring break and rides on out through the summer. But once you get to October, it gets pretty slow. Because the people come in off the lake and they buy gas and they buy food and they buy bait and etc. So you really make your money 6 months out of the year, and the rest of the time, you don't make a whole lot.
I wonder what the liability insurance is on one of them things.
It's $100,000.
Is it policy or?
Yeah. The policy, you have to have $100,000 payout.
Liability policy.
Yes, sir. Sure is.
Well, that ain't that killing a lot of money.
No, it's not. And if you run it right, it can be a profitable business, but you got to save your money. Look, it's like being a peanut farmer. You make your crop, you put your money in the bank, and you don't blow it.
Yeah.
Because it's like a farmer. You know what time of the year you're gonna make your money, and you got a partial time of the year where you're not gonna make anything.
Yeah.
So you have to balance it, and if it's done right, it can make money. The guy that bought that place down there from Betty, he bought that thing, and when he come down there to buy it from her and talk to her about selling it, I asked him, what are you gonna do with it? Well, I want to make an English pub out of it.
Oh, hey.
And I looked at him and I said, an English pub? It's like, yeah. I said, man, this is not England over here. These hillbillies down here don't want no English pub. Hell, they want hamburgers and natural light. They don't want no green beer. You ain't gonna make no money like that. And I said, these people down here, these country people, they're not gonna pay $15 for no hamburger and $5 for no beer.
No.
They don't make that type of monies. Well, he bought it, and he had it 20 years and never opened a restaurant in it because he couldn't get it financed because nobody would give him the money to do it.
Yeah.
And he just sold it actually himself.
Well, is it still open?
No.
Is that the one that closed down?
Yeah, no, that was another one that closed down. I've had two of them close down on me. He got rid of the fishing barge. He had the boat slip still, but when he closed that fishing barge down, he lost a lot of business because all his cabins that he used to rent is gone.
Oh.
His people quit renting the cabins because a lot of the people come down there to bring their kids to fish on the barge. Well, when the fishing was gone, there was nothing to draw.
That's right. Well, they got this one that the video's on up on You Follow. Do they have Christmas trees slung and all that around?
Yeah.
Well, and let me ask you this: do they just fish inside? Can they fish on the outside?
I think they can fish on the outside too. We used to fish on the outside. Now, down there at Whitney, where I'm gonna be going on a pontoon boat. Now, we used to fish out there all the time, and that water down there was deep. Now, see, there was a channel out there. It run probably about 35, 40 yards in front of that barge out there. We used to cast catfish bait out there, catch big old blues. That's where I caught the 13-pound blue at down there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they do all kinds of stuff down there. In fact, the lady that I sent her an email, just kind of told her that I appreciate the fact they were doing it because it's kind of fun for me to watch. She said they had a big tournament for handicapped people not too long ago down there. So
Oh, well, that's great.
yeah.
Boy, that's a long 8 miles, Stan.
Yeah, we're in the country now.
Rentals, RVs, hookups, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call my wife and taking me fishing down there next fall. She says it's fully wheelchair accessible. They caught another keeper.
I got about 2 miles to go.
Go fast, man.
No, don't
See
tell
how-
that. Don't tell
see
that
how-
fool that.
See how fast you can go, Stan.
Hey, Stan, won't you drive your pickup like you drive on that game?
I usually do on my way to work, so I'm not late.
Ain't no way in the world I'd live in no place that snowed like that. You can forget it.
Not long, anyway.
Now, if y'all see me up there in some place like that, come pick me up because somebody left me there.
That's right.
I ain't living in that mess.
Oh, it's supposed to be hot all week in the 40s.
Hot in he said hot in the 40s.
Lord have mercy.
I'll take my 70-degree weather that it was today, and it's gonna be 75 on Saturday when I'm out there fishing.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gonna have,
35 here in July.
You can have all that. You can have all that 40-degree weather you want, baby.
we're gonna have a cold spell next week, end of next week. Boy, it's snowing again now.
Yeah, right by the cemetery, so I don't have far to go.
To the house or the cemetery?
Both.
Boy, it done slowed down now.
He got to
Yeah.
make a turn. Ain't no way in the world I live in it. Look at that mess.
Yeah, it's a pretty big cliff if I go off of that one.
I know there's people that love snow, but I hate it.
I'm enjoying this right here.
That's the closest I want to get to it right there.
Yeah.
God, dog, I ought to be fishing over there tonight. They got another. Them fish, them fish is crazy. Yesterday morning when I was watching this, they had a whole 5-gallon bucket full of them crappies.
How big are these they catching?
They about that fish is probably 11 and a half inches.
How many people fishing there right
Well,
now?
there's 3 of them in there right now. And I think it looked like they got about 6 or 7 in that there basket. It's kind of hard to see, but see, they didn't catch any this morning. Now, yesterday morning they caught them. This morning, there's probably about 10 people in there fishing. I only seen 2 fish caught.
Huh.
But now the last 30, 40 minutes, they done caught 4 or 5 keepers.
This thing won't let me. Can I copy and paste from up here?
No, you have to go to YouTube. I'll email you the link right now. You want it?
Yeah.
I'll do it. I can do it right here. I'm right here at the computer.
Yeah, send me the link.
Take me no time.
I want to watch some of it. What did he run into?
Did you run off the road?
He run into something.
There's the plow coming.
Oh, they plowed that road.
Yeah, this is my road I'm on now. It's pretty funny. I live on the worst road, and my road is in the best shape.
There you go.
But I probably will lose my signal about a quarter mile from my house. I'll lose the signal for a little bit.
There it is, Steve.
Okay.
She restarts the stream about every 6 to 8 hours. So if it goes off, that means she's probably just restarted it.
I got you.
All they do is fishing with minnows. I mean jigs, rather. They're not fishing with minnows. Doggone minnows is $4 a dozen.
I'm trying to get this thing big. Oh, there it is. Now I got it up there. Oh, that's nice. They got it fixed up.
Oh, yeah.
That guy got on a hoodie.
Yeah, it's probably about I think it's somewhere around 65 degrees in there probably. I mean it ain't no 75 degrees in there, but every little bit helps.
Yeah. What's that? Another hole back over yonder?
Got 3 holes.
3 of them.
Yeah.
We can see 2. Oh no, that's all. Okay, that's 3, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I got
She just started doing this 2 months ago.
Really?
And I think she's already up to like 611 subscribers. That's fast. She told me that everybody in the world's been emailing her, telling her how much they enjoy it. So,
well, that's good. That's good. Well, now that's what you need right there.
Well, that's what I had until they closed it down. I think he got a fish. He's got to keep her. See, he's got 2 jigs on. He got a double rig going.
Yeah. No, he threw that in back.
Yep, sure did. A lot of times I'll turn it up where I can hear what they're catching them on.
Hey, I bought Texas today.
You did?
Yeah.
I know. Every time I look on this computer,
I made it home.
Okay, Stan. Good. I'm glad you made it safe.
Yeah, I'm glad I had you guys on here to talk to on my way home.
We enjoyed the snow.
You can't say the same. I didn't enjoy it.
We enjoyed it from afar, is what he's telling you.
All
right, I'll catch you. I'll come and chat here when I get in the house.
Right. I'm on. It ain't gonna be long. The pills are kicking in. Thank you for. Well, I'll see you after a while.
All right, hear you there.
All right.
Well, you've been playing the fire out of that trucking game, hadn't you? Every time I look on there, you on there.
Yeah, I play it off and on all day and up in the night.
Well, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Since I've already ruined you anyway, and, and you ain't worth a darn now that I got you playing games anyway. Do you like to hunt?
Oh, I used to, but I that hunting don't that part. I don't think I want to get involved in the hunting.
I think you like it, so.
I just don't. I've been thinking about the crash derby game you had on there one time, but I ain't reached my. I ain't gone as far as I want to with the truck yet. I got the.
Yeah, I don't know. You ain't going. It's going to take a long time to get that up there.
Well, I got 1.6 million in the bank.
God, dog. Is that all you do is drive all day?
Well, I got 11 drivers.
Oh, okay.
And I got 4 garages.
Golly.
And I got them folks. I got all women hired, all girls.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah, I got that. That's about out of that 11. That's about 5 or 6 of them in knockouts now. But the first little girl I hired, man, you talking about making some money. She's really been rolling. I bought her a big old 600 horsepower, one of them big old Peterbilts to haul heavy equipment. She's got a heavy load and all that. She can pull anything. She didn't haul dynamite, man, golly. And
go
ahead.
And watch these guys up on here fish. That old place I used to fish at down Whitney stayed open 24 hours a day, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And old boy that had it, he had the night girl that he had working for him. And she had a baby, and anyway, so he didn't have anybody working at night, so he stuck a honor box in there, you know. And it went good. Well, people would go down there and they catch fish, and they had what they called a community basket down there. And if they didn't want to clean them, they just put them in a community basket.
Yeah.
And one of the regulars would come in the morning time and clean the fish, and then they'd freeze them. And at the end of the year, we'd have a fish fry. You know?
Okay.
And well, doggone, all of a sudden, all the fish come up missing. You know, you put 8 or 10 fish in the basket throughout the day, and the next morning, wasn't no fish in the basket. Somebody's stealing them.
Uh-huh. That's exactly what they're doing.
So I got out there one morning, and he said, you know, the fish basket, community basket's been empty the last 3 mornings. He said, somebody's stealing those doggone fish out of that basket. Well, I said, well, let's move the basket down there on the other end where you got that camera hooked up, and get that camera to working, and let's see if we can get that guy on video taking them fish, or whoever in the world's taking them.
Yeah.
So he did. He got the camera working, and sure enough, first night, old boy went in there, stole a whole basket full of fish, and the basket.
And the
Not
bag.
only did you steal the fish, you stole the basket.
He didn't bring nothing with him to tow me.
Yeah. So Jerry said, "What did Rick Ron do?" I said, "Well," I said, "let's." These tapes are time stamped. I said, let's just let him go for a day or two, and then I was working for the police department then. I said, I'll call the game warden, and I'll take these tapes over to Gene and let Gene look at them, and we'll see what we can do with him. So anyway, about 2 or 3 nights there in a row, he come down there and stole them fish and left with them. I called a friend of mine at the game warden. He come by the office. I said, Gene, I said, I got something I want to show you. And he's like, all right. He said, ain't that down there at the barge? I'm like, yeah. I said, that old boy right there stealing the fish. I said, he stole them baskets the last 3 nights. I said, is there anything we can do to him? He said, yeah. He said, we're going to arrest him. He said, what we going to do to him? We finally figured out who it was. They went and arrested that son of a gun for stealing them fish and for stealing the baskets. Now they charged him with stealing them baskets and everything, and went and arrested him for it. And that old boy said, ask him why he done it. He said, well, he said I was hungry. And the next door neighbor told us he wasn't hungry. He'd been going around here selling those fish.
Ah,
Well,
you can't do that.
so they got the next door neighbor to sign a statement on him. They went back down at the jail and charged him for selling game fish without a license.
Yeah. Yeah, man. They got it for the maximum then.
Sure did. I think it cost him like $2,000 to get out of that.
Well, I got a story for you. I hope ain't nobody in Greenville listening to me. But we had 2 game wardens. And they've been game wardens forever. And we got a lot of Chinese grocery stores down here.
Oh, yeah.
And they staked out one of these Chinese grocery stores. The feds did. They got word that they were selling brim and crappie and bass fillets. And brim and crappie and catfish and bass, which catfish I guess is okay, but anyway, they staked out this store. Well, it's 2 of them, and the feds did. They must already had an idea. Well, anyway, they caught the 2 game wardens selling the fish to the Chinese grocery store. and the 2 game wardens, the state game wardens, claimed that they had a sting operation going on. They were trying to find out who was selling them fish to them people. And so they got in with them, and they were selling them, and they didn't have the game warden clothes on, this uniform, when they were selling them fish. But they caught them on 2 occasions selling fish. The federal boys caught the state boys twice selling fish to the Chinese grocery store. And when they arrested them, the 2 game wardens said, oh, we've got a sting going on. We've been trying to find out who was doing it. We're trying to get on the inside with them. And that's all we're doing. And they didn't arrest him. I guess the birds of a feather flock together, But they didn't do anything to him, and they still was game wardens after that was over with.
Well, this old boy opened up a restaurant up there in town there in Whitney. He was he had been coming down there to the lake and introduced himself, and he had a boat. The boat slipped down there and everything, and he going out on the boat just about every day. And the guy that run that place down there, he pulled me to the side. He said, hey, man, he said, that old boy that opened that restaurant up there? I'm like, yeah. He's like, listen, he's in here yesterday and the day before, and he's cleaning a bunch of crappies. And he said, that fish is not 10 inches long. He said, them small fish. So I said, well, okay. I said, well, just don't say anything to him. Let me see if I can ease around there and, see what he's doing one afternoon. I was down there fishing one afternoon. He showed up. He was in there out there cleaning them. Boy, he had a bunch of fish out there, probably about 8, 9 inches long, none of them was really big enough to keep. So I called that same friend of mine, Gene Deloach, is the game warden. I said, "Hey, Gene," I said, "There's an old boy coming down here fishing every day, and he's catching a bunch of illegal fish now. Them fish ain't no way them fish 10 inches." He said, "Has he got a red boat?" I'm like, "Yes, sir." I said, "He owns that restaurant up there in town." He says, "Yeah." He said, "I know. Leave him alone." He said, "We fixing to arrest him."
What? He's selling the fish.
Yeah. And I said, "Okay." And he's like, "Yeah." He said, "I'll come by the office in the morning, drink a cup of coffee with you and fill you in." So he did. He come over. He said, he came down there and said, I asked him, I said, "Gene," I said, "how come y'all hadn't arrested that old boy yet?" He said, "Well, we fixing to arrest him." He said, "We fixing to arrest him today." He said, "Troy, he been taking them fish over to the restaurant and selling them."
Yeah.
He had to be a copy of the menu. He had a copy of the old boy's menu. It had fried crappies on them. That old boy's going down there to the lake, catching a bunch of illegal fish, filleting them, taking them or selling them at a restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you can't do that.
No. Hell no.
Because you ain't got no commercial license.
Well, you can't do it anyway.
So-
You have you ever eaten brim or crappie or bass in a restaurant?
Well, brim is not a game fish here.
It is here.
But he still, even if he was catching a non-game fish, he don't have a license to do that.
Yeah.
You have to have a commercial license to take them, and to serve them. So they went down there and they went down there and arrested him. He had a whole freezer full of crappies down there, and he was rotating them fish out, selling them.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you, at $10 a plate,
You make a lot of money.
he's making a killing.
Yeah.
But it cost him his restaurant, his house to get out of it,
Oh Lord.
because they fined him. I think they fined him some ungodly amount of money.
They went after him.
Sure did. You can't do that.
No. All right, boys and girls.
I'm going to bed myself.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make one little pass with my truck, and then I'm going to bed.
Oh Lord, he's running us off to go drive that truck. He's worse than the kid. I've ruined him.
Yeah. I'm hooked on it.
Yeah, well, I thought.
That and fermented food.
You can't fish year round, so you got to have something to do.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Thank
Let's
you,
see.
Troy.
Yeah, we'll see you.
See everybody later.